everybody. I'm Heather Moylan. I'm the literacy coach at Colony Oaks Elementary, and I'm here to show you a little bit how we can use a sound wall with our Amplify lessons. This lesson comes from Skills 8, Lesson 13, and it's going to be a piece of it. When I internalized, I just found the most important parts and made my notes of my teacher moves. And I actually decided I was going to do this part first, which is the review of the sound and spelling. So I'm going to go ahead and do that first. So first, you have these cards, and you can do the letter and sound now. Our curriculum now asks that we do the letter and sound as it stated in the objective. So you can review from your cards, or if you do have a sound wall, you can review from here. So it will look like this. All right, friends, let's review our sounds and our letter names. We're gonna say letter name, letter sound. CH, ch, and then check for their mouth placement. Ch. If they're doing it wrong, show where your lips should be. SH, sh, it's a long sound, lips are out. TH, oh, and then we have another sound of TH, don't we? And my other TH is not in here, but the voice sound of TH, make sure you point out that there's the unvoiced and the voice sound of TH. And for the voiced, make sure you put your hand on your throat to feel it. So if you're gonna review with your sound wall, you could do, all right, friends, let's review our letter names and our sounds. Ready? CH, sh, and then there's the picture of the mouth to help guide them. SH, sh, TH, voice, TH, QU, and remember, qu has two sounds. Now also, you could also say the picture and then the sound like this. You would say chips, ch, ship, sh, moth, this, and then you can also kind of spot check and maybe call on different kids to see, you want to know if they know it yet. So maybe, oh friend, can you tell me this sound? Friend, show me this sound. And if they're not doing their mouth right, show how the mouth is placed. And if you don't have a picture on your wall, you can just show with your mouth. All right, we have also been learning our vowels. And in this lesson, it really wants you to focus on the vowel sounds. So this is the beginning part of the lesson. So I just took the other part where you reviewed, and then now I'm going to do this one. So now let's talk about our vowels. Okay, friends, let's talk about our vowels. Remember, vowels are an open sound, and our mouth is open, and there's nothing blocking it. So we're going to talk about our mouth. Let's start with I. I says eh, and the motion that Amplify wants you to do is eh, eh. Check their mouth. It's the open vowel, but their mouth is the most closed with it. And so we're going to go from your mouth being the most closed to the most open. And in the curriculum, it has it this way, but this particular teacher decided to do it in a line, and either way is fine. So let's start with I. Ready? I, eh, and then check their mouth. E, eh. Your mouth is a little bit more open. A, ah. Mouth is opening a little bit more. U, O, ah. And again, check for their mouth placement. And here I would do a spot check. The curriculum also asks us to take note of which kids are getting what sounds. And to me, it says what lesson, but you can't target all the sounds. So what I would do is just figure out what I need to focus on, because a lot of times, especially when kids are learning to read, the vowels are the hardest. And go from your data. I'm gonna pretend like my data showed my kids are having a lot of trouble with their vowels. So maybe do a spot check. Oh, Jennifer, tell me this sound. Oh, good job, friend. And you can put a little, like the U in a check. Or if they said, oh, E, oh, friend, that's not quite right. Let's try again. Check your mouth. I says, eh, and make sure their mouth placement. And then check for any misconceptions or any confusions, and then you can note. So just do a little spot check And that way next time you can go back to them. Okay, the next thing in the lesson is the double letters at the end of the word. So you say, okay friends, we're gonna make some words. You can either use the cards and have the kids stand up. The curriculum says to put them on the floor, but I like to use a pocket chart just so everyone can see it. And I also added some Elkona box so we can see the different sounds so they can use their phonemic awareness as well. And that also helps for spelling. So on this part, we're gonna talk about the word will. Can we tap the sounds will with our fingers? Ready? Woo, eh, oh. Or you could do wah, eh, oh. Or you could do wah, eh, oh. Now, can we spell it? Let's see. What letter makes the first sound? Wah, wah. Oh yes, friend, W. We'll put that in our first one. Our first chop. Wah, eh, eh. Oh, that's our vowels. What is our mouth doing? Yep, letter I. Eh. And our final sound, oh. There's two L's, but do we say oh? No. After a short vowel, we have to double our consonant. Two L's. Now let's say the word together. What? Oh. Will. All right, great job, friend. All right, let's make another word. The next word is tick. All right, everyone think in your brain. Tick. I want you to chop it. Chop it silently to yourself. Whisper. Tick. Be thinking, what's our first sound? What's our first sound? What is our first sound? Pull a stick. Randomize. Friend, what is our first sound? Oh, great job. All right, that's our first sound in tick. All right, now I want you to turn to your neighbor and whisper, what is our next vowel sound? The vowels are in the middle. I. What is your mouth doing? Whisper to your neighbor. Check, see if they're, oh, good job. All right, everybody say it. What's the sound? I. What's the letter? I. Good job. And our final sound. Ick. Everyone tell me, what sound? Tick. And what is the letter that we're gonna use? What's one of our double letters? They say CK. Yeah, CK at the end of a word. If you hear the sound at the end of a word, you have to use a C and a K after a short vowel. And now here it has some little riddles for the kids to do. And what I would have them do is get their whiteboard so it's more engaging, so everyone gets a chance to spell and then you can see who's getting it. So I'd have them have their whiteboards, either bring them to the carpet first, or if they're at their desk, have their materials with them ready to go and have your procedure set. All right, friends, we're gonna do our whiteboards now, and I have a game for you. I wanna see if you can guess my word. Okay, everybody think. Can you guess this word? Here's the clue. In soccer, you can't touch the ball, so you have to it. Oh, think in your brain. All right, get your whiteboard. I want you to try to write, what word would that be? In soccer, you can't touch it with your hands, but you have to, and some TPR, that will help. All right, and then wait for them to write it. All right, friends, when you have it, hold it up when I count to 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Boards up, and then look, check. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, I see so-and-so. Oh, what's the word? Kick, and then check. For the friends that don't know or had some trouble, let's look and talk about what they did, right? What they need to fix. Maybe someone wrote a C, and it's like, oh friend, when you start a word, you start with K. If it's followed by an I, you have to start with a K. And then the final sound, and then check, and make sure that everyone has fixed it and give feedback. All right, friends, so let's do another one. Okay, a bird that quacks is a, okay, everybody write it. Let me see, and you can check and see how they're writing. Check to make sure you have all your sounds. Let's chop it to yourself. Think of the spellings and see if they're doing it and check. All right, friends, pull a stick, whatever you do. All right, friend, can you tell me what word you were thinking of? Oh, a duck. Oh, yay, great. Yeah, a duck quacks. Let's chop our sounds. D-a-k. All right, so we need our D, make sure D is facing the right way. D has the diaper, that's how I would teach the kids. And also D, another way, when you say D, D, you start with a straight line. D. So when you're writing, D, you start with a straight line, and that's another way to help with the B and D. D, you're right, it's a U. And then our double letters that make the K sound, CK. Great job. And so on and so forth. You can make up your own riddles, or you can use the riddles in here. And again, if you're targeting, maybe you are targeting your double letters to see how their spelling is, you could also write that on your sheet. You could write spelling of double letters and see who's getting it. That way you can know your kids a little bit better. So always refer back to your sound wall and make sure you have it somewhere where kids can reference it and look at the sounds. And if you have mouths, that's even better. If you don't have mouths, just make sure you're showing them where their lips are placed and their tongue and what the air is doing with their mouth. So this is just one example how you could reference your sound wall and use a pocket chart while you are teaching the Amplify lesson.